Hey everybody, it's Eddie Joe on Crypto for GrowMyBag.tv. I hope you're having a good one. Yeah, one of my production lights is out. That's annoying. I'll fix it at some point. Tonight's poll. Have you developed your investment risk framework? Yes, no, what the heck is a risk framework? Wow. Already it's all three. Pretty nice. So, I asked this question. Sorry, I'm not even finished eating dinner yet. I asked this question because of how the market is acting right now. The market is not acting nicely, as you can imagine. Bitcoin is at 61,422. It's pretty low. And that's why I was asking, do we have a risk framework? How are you evaluating your investments, and what your risk factors are? Yeah, Hutanic, but that has nothing to do with the question that I'm asking, young man. Just immediately get out there and just start spewing stuff. Pax G, yeah, this probably should be doing well for you. So the market is dead low. And here's where I told you guys before, this is pretty much where I run into problems. And people might say, what kind of problems do you run into? And I've been saying for a while, sometimes when everything looks good, when everything looks like a good buy, I get stuck. And I'm like, oh my God, I want to buy that. Oh, look at that. I get squirrel syndrome. Everything looks like a shiny new toy. So I have basically a risk framework that tells me how much risk I'm willing to take on, and just various parameters that I've chosen that help to guide me and keep me, within the guardrails. So that's a very big deal. Hedge is a component of risk framework, but okay, we know it is. Gosh. But if I don't bust your chops, would you really show up? You'd have a boring time. It is a part of your risk framework. But the idea is that, kind of just want to explain to you like how I'm going through it. And hedging is, basically if you get the idea, it might be a little bit advanced of a concept, but hedging your bets. Think of it like that. That's exactly what it is. That's what Hutanic is talking about. Nail on the head. I'm only busting his chops because he's absolutely right. And he knows it. I'm pretty sure he knows it. You know it, right? I'm just saying. So yeah, it's I have a problem when everything looks good or if everything looks bad. Like if something doesn't pop out at me and it all looks the same, how do I now make it not look the same? And right now, wow, Captain Banana, welcome to the club. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for that. I buy coins I don't like in my framework. Yeah, see? Yeah, but you don't like, but what's the math behind a decision? I can't imagine you buying, some cheesy freaking coin that you haven't done the math on. You might not like it, but are you not liking it because of a gut feeling? Are you not liking it? Like, what are those factors that are there that make you not like it? And this is what we're talking about when it comes to a risk framework, right? How you determine that. Dude, don't get me started with Soul. I saw the video that you sent, that you posted, and I'm not going to put any weight behind it. I'm going to put zero weight behind it. None whatsoever. None. Not because the person is wrong, but because I just haven't had time. Excuse me, I just haven't had time to dive in, you know? And truly, Hujanik, you might actually get this. I just don't see why I have to dive in. You know what I mean? It's one of those, I'm not going to use that coin or that blockchain for anything that's mission critical. Period. Right? So, do I really have to dive in? Most of the traffic is coming from memes, but this guy's saying, well, the traffic's not coming from anywhere. But you've been able to hide it for this long. So I don't know if all that stuff is factual. Like, I'm not seeing it. I didn't see any of his information come from really fact-based sources. I want to believe it because just how I feel, but I'm not judging based on how I feel. See, I wouldn't buy Doge. I'm not here to buy Doge. I'm here to buy the coins that offer me the best upside possible with a respectable correlating risk. Right? Big Dan, what's on? Oh, you got me on the big tube, huh? Do I look big? No, I know I look fat. Um, so I'm just wondering. I'm just sitting back and wondering, like, everybody's got their risk framework, and I knew you would have yours. But does Dan have his risk framework? Does Captain Banana have their risk framework? Does Bianca have her risk framework? Does everybody have their risk framework that tells them how to operate in a given situation? It create your risk framework is basically your guardrails. This is what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to do it in these situations. These are the things I'm going to weigh. These are the actions I'm going to take to limit my risk. But first, I'm going to determine how much risk I'm willing to take. And that's where you get the floppy hands, right? That's where you get the floppy hands, because they panic just because something went down $2,000 or just went down, 3%. This ain't the stock market. This is not the stock market. 3% is not a big deal. 30%, okay. 3%? That could have been a blip. That could have been somebody's trading mistake. Like, seriously, you ever think about that? That could be somebody's trading mistake. It's nuts. It's insane. Um, yeah, you don't invest in money. Like, that's a basic thing. You don't invest with money that you can't lose. In a way. And I say in a way because, I don't agree with Robert Kiyosaki and on a lot of things, but one thing I do believe in, I do agree with him on, is you must pay yourself, right? And for me, I determine that as paying my future self. For me, it's really paying for my kids. You know how I say it. And the reason why is because, you know, I'm going to pay them first, which means I'm going to invest for them first. Then I'm going to go look at the bills that I have to pay. I mean, within reason, right? I kind of have an idea about the bills that I have to pay. But I'm also making determination of, do I have to pay that bill this month? Maybe not. Here's why. You could come up with a situation where the market takes a huge dip in a split second and you're able to move on it. So you move on it. And the only way you can move on it is with dry powder. You don't have any dry powder, but you have a bill that's due tomorrow. And you could pay that bill, or it can go into arrears for 30 days and you'd be okay. I'm the one that would say, I'll go into arrears for 30 days and I'll take care of it next month. Or I'll take care of it next paycheck, or whatever it is. And the reason why is because a significant enough of a opportunity, of an opportunity popped up. And that opportunity is going to give me a chance to make a lot of money or a good enough amount of money where I'm willing to make that decision. And that's the idea. So, on a day like today where Bitcoin is tanking, it's still tanking. It could be something that I could be interested in doing, right? I could say, I have $5,000 or $500 or $5. It's down. It's down. If I get in now and in a week or two, it goes up and I make some money, I make like 20, 30, 40%. Well, that would be worth it, right? That goes into my risk evaluation, right? You would think friends do it all the time. Expecting miracles. Yeah, miracles. That's the problem. Yep. I agree with what you said. But that's the problem. Like, if you don't have a risk framework, just write it down. Write down how you feel, what you would do, how you would act, how you would react to things that are out there right now. That's what I mean. That's literally what I mean. And most people don't do that. So they take the news and they just blind react to the news, and they make poor decisions based on nothing. There's nothing solid. And that's not just for crypto. That's for every investment that you would have. You develop a risk framework to help you determine what amount of risk you're willing to take. What are the parameters of that risk? How would you spread out your risk? How would you diminish your risk? What's the upside to risk correlation that you're willing to deal with? This is what I'm talking about. So right now I'm seeing floppy hands out there freaking out, selling. Not to mention you have Genesis out there that's dropping a lot of Bitcoin, a lot of Ethereum at the moment because they have to pay their creditors. So you just have a lot of semi-negative stuff. Like, highly doubtful Genesis is going to sell, on the open market. It's probably going to be an OTC transaction. Faster, easier to deal with. Boom, done. Here are the assets. Here's the money. Finished. Now let's go pay our creditors. This is what I mean. This is what I mean. How do you sit down and figure out how to develop your risk framework? That's something that you should do if you haven't done so already. Yeah, Dow tanked. Why did the Dow tank? The retail took a major hit. And not just luxury retail, but all of retail. All of retail took it on the chin. So people are like, oh, I got to hold my money. I better hold my money. I'm sitting here and I'm just going, are we going to hit 60? So let me buy a little bit now because it's lower. This is a great price to buy. But really, I'm not going to put it all in because what happens if we hit 60? Oh, I'm going to buy more. That's how I'm thinking. I know it's a morbid sense. There's blood in the streets and I'm buying. Yeah, that's how I'm looking at it. Scotch. Wait. He said scotch. Sometimes scotch and a blunt are good investments when the market tanks. Rum or vodka. But really, I'm sitting back and I'm just going, why would I? I'm going to spend X amount of money on a bottle of vodka or a bottle of rum or a blunt, whatever. Screw that. Market tanks. I'm going to take that money. I'm going to take that money that I'm about to waste. I don't need that stuff. I'm about to waste it. I'm going to put it in the market. There's your dry powder. Your willingness to give up something for your future. Crazy, right? It's crazy. So, Tuesday is going to be a very big day. For me, anyway. Why is Tuesday going to be a big day? Tuesday is when we're going to start selling the workbook. So if you're interested, you'll be able to buy the workbook starting Tuesday. I know. We're late. I know we're late. I get it. We're late. We've got clients. We've got work to do, including building out everything for the workbook, all that good stuff. And then we started yanking apart the workbook, like what should be online, all that good stuff. I just said, I want to make sure that we have the right product for the right people for what they want to do. So the workbook is going online on Tuesday. Who is the real person behind Bitcoin? Go figure that one out. It's not Craig Wright. I'll tell you that. It's not Craig White. Is tanking based on earnings? Did not see earnings for tanking is definitely based on earnings. You had a lot of sectors that just took it on the flipping chin. Big. It was like that. Like getting hit by Mike Tyson, take it on the chin. You'll wake up. Just not today. So yeah, everything tanked. Then you also had, remember you had the FUD from Mt. Gox, you had the FUD about the United States. Then you have Genesis dumping 2 billion worth of Bitcoin and Ethereum. But everybody missed the good stuff about how MicroStrategy is buying more. How BUIDL by BlackRock has already paid out $2 million this month or last month for dividends. How they've already paid out, I think, $7 million in total dividends. They're not hearing about how there are different funds being started by various companies, not together, but various companies to fund projects. One of those companies, BingX. Another one of those companies, Galaxy Digital. Yeah, they didn't hear about how the most development is going on Chainlink. Oh, Chainlink. Really? Who'd have thought? Who'd have thought? Oh no, it's all of it. It's the weak jobs report as well. But is it really weak? Now people are talking, throwing around the word recession. I said that before. I said people are going to start talking like that. And they are. They're talking about recession. Oh, he should have done the rates. He should have done the rate drop in July. Let me tell you something about these companies. They all made money. Or most of them made money. Not all of them, but the bulk of them made money. They just didn't make enough. Think about that. They didn't make enough money, so they didn't hit, the analyst, estimate, so the stock takes a hit. Get enough of those, and the market takes a hit. That's what happened. That's what happened was. So yeah, Wednesday earnings were up. Microsoft did well. Microsoft did okay. Amazon took it on the chin a little bit. Just most of the companies out there did not do so great. Retail stocks, restaurant stocks took hits. Drive by some malls. And you'll start to see, wow, that's an empty space. Oh, I wonder who's moving in. Nobody. Went to dinner last night, and because I'm dead tired. That's why I'm so tired. And drove by a mall. Half the spaces in the mall are empty. There's a pickleball spot inside the mall now. Because what else were they going to do with the space? What else are they going to do with the space? Retailers hurting a lot. Retailers hurting a lot. So yeah, it's a very big deal when you sit back and you look at all the news that's out there. But basically, a lot of these companies did well, just not well enough. You missed my estimate. Oh, your stock's going to go down. What the hell? We made money though. Imagine that. You made money, but not enough for the street to be happy. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So when I look at crypto and everything that's going on in crypto, people reacting to outside factors that are not actually affecting crypto, it's indirect at best, but no. I will take up the stuff that you drop with your little floppy hands. Thank you very much. Because then when you get back in later, you'll be sitting there going, oh, I shouldn't have sold. Yeah, you shouldn't have sold, but thank you, because I bought it. We've been moving laterally within a fairly short range. We've moved laterally through tighter ranges, but it's fairly tight range, and people are flipping out, and I'm just like, keep flipping out, thank you. Keep flipping out. Seriously? How long ago was it that Bitcoin was less than 20 grand, and you're flipping out? I don't get it. I don't get it. So yeah, I'm taking advantage of all the floppy hands, and I'm buying before I pay bills. I don't care. I mean, I care, but I don't care. I'm going to buy before I pay bills. I know what bills I have, and I know what's more important. With the profit that I make over the next 2 weeks, I can pay the bill and still have that profit. I'll do that. I'm making a calculation that my credit score is good enough, my savings is good enough, and I can be late. It's all right. Do what you got to do. And it's not easy for everybody to make that decision. It's not easy. It's not an easy thing at all. But that's what we do. Wow. 5 votes. Yes, no. What is a risk framework? 20%, 40%, 40%. Interesting. And very interesting. The boards are paying themselves well, show less profit. But what's the key, what's the operative word in that sentence? Profit. Less profit, more profit, still profit. And the boards get paid no matter what. Boards get paid no matter what. They're making that coin. Period. Always. Don't ever think they're not. They're definitely getting paid. And you just sit there and you just kind of like, how are these companies running themselves? Again, this is why I go to crypto. It's why I invest in crypto. Am I interested in running out and buying a stock and I can make a whopping, even if I said I can make 20% off a stock, it's 20%. You have cryptos that can move 20% in an hour. I feel like I know more about crypto than I do about stock. Stock is very wishy-washy. What do the analysts think? What industry are they in? Are they going to sell off just because, one of their competitors is selling off? Seriously? Yeah, nah. Crypto for me, please. I mean, I do have some stocks, right? But really, crypto for me, please. I'm going to keep tonight short because I'm tired. I'm tired. Been up since 3 o'clock. Didn't go to bed last night until 12? No, 11:30. By 11:30, I finally fell asleep because I remember looking up and seeing 11:22 or 11:23, something like that. So probably 11:30 when finally fell asleep, up at 3. So my tank is out. My tank is definitely out. You cashed out of your IRA? Bold move. Not really if you have a risk framework and you've done the math and you figured it all out and you know what you're going to do. You're making an educated decision. Imagine buying Cardano in 2020 or Shiba Inu. Pick one. It's ridiculous. Could make bank on that. But yeah, so tonight I'm a little tired. I'm not gonna go that much longer. Do you guys have any questions for me? I mean, I gave you the news. That's part of the news. It's not all of it. It's not all of it. But definitely, I'll have the spreadsheet online on Tuesday for everybody to buy. I haven't get a time frame from my team on when we'll have the web version online and going. My feelings are the banks are in trouble, dude. The banks are in so much trouble, especially regionals. They got issues. They've got issues. I've been saying that for a long time. Long time. Banks definitely have problems. Like the F are you doing kind of problems. I just told you about that bank that let slide somebody who stole, what was it, 2 point something million dollars over 15 years. What? How did you fail so bad? How did you fail so bad? And then you have Wells Fargo and JP Morgan not really wanting to pay people that have been scammed. I kind of get that one though. But still, bad press. Very bad press. And it's also one of the other reasons why it's bad press is because it was preventable. Bank practices didn't stop. It's preventable. So people are freaking. So that's going to be something. Hold it. Can't see that. Bottleneck on trade. Yeah, I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about that. I'm trying to keep it straight. You know, just stocks versus cryptos. How are cryptos doing? Just straight. But yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong. You're definitely not wrong. So how do I get paid on stocks and my IRA? Yeah, that's tough, man. That's tough. IRAs, 401ks. There are substantial reports out there that talk about how you're putting all this money into 401ks that it's not going to make enough for you to retire on. See what I'm saying? So that's kind of a big deal. It's kind of a big deal. So yeah, how much you're going to retire on is going to be big. I'll probably be working until the day I die. Because I'll be transitioning my work. Most of my work, will be this. Right? If you're a customer of Rebel Vino, of Rebel Reach, our web hosting company, I'm gonna make money like that. I'm gonna make money doing this. At some point, I'm not going to do management consulting anymore. Everything will be all about this and the businesses that I own, and I'll be it. Technically, I could do it now, but I don't want to. I'm at that stage in my career where I'm just like, yeah, I just make money from that. That's fine. And my whole crew is working on the web hosting stuff and all that. So I just keep doing what I do. Keep doing what I do. Because this right here, I can do this from a boat. Do it from a chalet someplace. It's fun. I get enjoyment out of this. And sooner or later, my kids will actually sit down and have real conversations with me about investing and all that good stuff. So, at some point. But right now, the videos work because they hear. They either hear me shooting the video, or they watch the video later, or they hear me talking to somebody about stuff. They hear, and that's really all that matters, is that they hear. I don't care about anybody else. My kids, I want them to learn. You can't. Hutanik, are you serious? You serious with that crap? Probably a stripper already. Got that pole installed for practice. We know. We know, man. We know. We know. Just don't post any pictures of yourself and wearing a thong, okay? Save us from that. But yeah, there are not a lot of people on, and I'm feeling tired. And we've had a pretty decent show. We've had a pretty decent run. Um, I'm probably not going to do a show tomorrow. I have a lot of running around to do. Um, Not a lot. Actually, I don't have a lot of running. I have running around to do in the morning, and then the rest of my day is nice and easy. Probably hit the grill, do some work. The kind of stuff that I want to do, that I just want to have fun with. Do that. I need some good jokes. So write them. If you don't think I have good jokes, I have good jokes. It's just that I have a very dirty mouth and I have a very dirty mind, and I don't want to do that on this channel. I'd need another channel for that. Let's put it to you like that. Captain Banana, you're most welcome. You're most welcome. You guys keep my juices flowing. You guys keep me, thinking about the right things. You're from me. Hutanik chooses violence every day. Every day. How can I mess with Eddie today? Probably has a nice little list. Oh, I'll do this one today. I'm used to it. It's good. It keeps me laughing. That's what it is all about, right? It keeps me laughing. And also, it helps me to, understand what's going on. All right, so hold on. We got 6 votes, 33% on each one of them. Wow. That's so 2-2-2. Huh. Huh. Yeah, there are things that I should have classes on. Downtimes always makes me bounce back harder. Yeah, man, I need some rest. Oh my God, I'm tired. I am so tired. 3 o'clock, from 3 to now. Oh my God, I'm done. 18 hours. If I'm moving, I don't feel it. But I'm sitting right now. My body's like, oh, you're sitting. That's not far away from laying down. You know that, right? That's what my body's telling me. So I'm going to go have dinner. I'm going to sit up for a little while longer after that. And then I'll hit the hay, get up early tomorrow, do my running around, come back home, do some research. And I'm going to chillax most of the day tomorrow. Don't be surprised if you catch me doing a live just because I'm so chill. I'm just in such a chill mode. You know what I mean? I'm expecting tomorrow to be a chill day, a very chill day, So anyway, everybody, thank you for your time. I greatly appreciate the time that you spend with me. Truly, truly, truly appreciate that. Rick Ritchie, what's up? Before I sign off, let me read this. What if the downtrend continues? And what? And what? I'm not going to catch a falling dagger, right? I'm going to let it drop. I'm going to let it drop as far as it can. I'll buy a little bit, until I can see, that bottom. And then I'm going to buy. Buy. Because smart thing to do. Let me end this poll. Sometimes I ask questions because I want to know what I should be talking about. And I get an idea what I should be talking about. What does your gut say about Bitcoin? Because it only says BC. I think you mean BTC. I do the typo thing too. Buy. I'm buying. I'm buying. It's in the 60s. I'm buying. Honestly, I was hoping it would go into the 50s. I know. I hear you. I heard you. Yeah, I was hoping it would go in the 50s. Still bought. I was hoping Ethereum would dip down into the 2s, like 2,900, 2,800. Because I'd be buying. Chainlink. Absolutely buying Chainlink. connective tissue. You know how I feel about connective tissue. So that's what my gut's telling me. Would it be better to wait? No, Rick, I wouldn't. I would not. For me, I didn't wait. I bought a little. So just saying, I bought a little. Yeah, you got some last night because it dipped, and then today it dipped again. Now you know why I said buy a little. See what happens and buy a little. Now you know why I say that. Now you know why. Anyway, guys, I'm petering out. I feel like I could fall asleep and just fall over and hit my mic, and then you guys be stuck just listening to me snore. And I don't think you want that. This is Eddie J on crypto for growmybag.tv. Hope you like what I'm doing. Don't forget, Tuesday, we will be putting the workbook up for, on sale on Tuesday. All right, everybody. I hope you have a good one. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. I greatly appreciate it. But again, tomorrow seems like an easy day. You know how I can be on an easy day. Maybe I shoot a live. Maybe I just shoot a video. Maybe something pops out at me and I shoot a video. I might start doing that. Like just when I read something and something just catches my attention, instead of writing an article, sometimes I might just start shooting a quick little video, a quick little 60-second boom, So I might do that. Anyway, everybody, have a great evening. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.